All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in some down cans. So what you need to do is to go under Insert, Load Family, um, under Imperial US Lighting Architectural Internal, you can find a Downlight recessed can. Yeah, I've already got it in here, so that's fine. And then under Component, you'll go and get that light. There we go. You'll see that in here you have several types that you could use. And I'm just going to use the 6-inch incandescent. Okay, we're going to bring that over and just place it. So, and then let's just move and copy a few of those just to get some balanced lighting. One trick I'm going to show you is that normally when you space cans, you're doing it by a certain spacing. You're usually that spacing's equal. So let's do that. Let's make them equal. We're going to use this dimension tool. I'm going to select. We want to select when it's not the vertical but the horizontal, and then we'll come down and we'll select this one. And then we're going to select the third one. And this could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. And I'm going to click. And you can see right here there's an EQ that has a slash through it. I'm going to click on that and make it equal. And you can immediately move this one from on that green line to closer to this one, making these equal. And if I decide to make them further apart, I can do that, and you can see that it's changing each one of them. Okay? And that's fine. Probably the thing that I do want to do is get this one to the center. And, maybe that's okay. Kind of what I've got there. I might also try to, if I think this is always going to be centered, I can center that and lock it. And then if these guys are too far apart, then, okay, it doesn't like that. So I'll cancel that lock. That was not going to work. So I'm going to have to move them around a little bit. If the spacing is too far apart, I'm going to have to move and then move it back to center. But okay, you get the idea. All right, and then I think the other thing I might do, these are all always going to be moving together. What I might do is go ahead and grab them and then group them. So I can call this, my recessed cans. I'm going to put that on the other side too. So there. Okay, so the only thing that grouping does is obviously now I can move it. Oh, no, I don't want to move it completely off. I can move it and it moves as a group. So that's kind of cool. The other thing that now if I want to edit this, I gotta edit group first and then go in. The nice thing about this is that you can see how I'm not having to kind of tab through the ceiling plane. That's kind of nice. So I make them closer, and then I say finish, and then I grab them and move them down. Now you can see over here, this also spaced differently, but when I'm moving it, I'm moving the group. It's not moving this one, so they're definitely the same group, but I need to move them both together or move them separately to get them to kind of align back again. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, I think we're good. Now let's load that into Twinmotion. Okay, so now let's see what we have. Okay, so here's the lights. You can see that they're kind of a little funky. I'm not doing a whole lot. I also need to apparently, I'm not sure you'll have this issue, but I need to assign some kind of material in there so that they look like they're on. Grab this frosted. There we go. Okay. So it looks like they're on now, since that material now is emitting some light. But the light that I'm actually getting out of them is not that great. So all I'm going to do is enable shadows, and suddenly those cans look a lot more respectable. Sure where that wants to be at the moment. And I haven't quite figured out what volumetric shadows does. Don't know. Okay, so let's put these on an intensity a little less. Let's make this 5 meters. If you happen to be in another unit. Oh, I have a pendant that's selected. Shoot. I should move those down. So 10 meter, 5 meters, 10. All right, that my intensity may not be correct, so I'm just going to kind of raise it up. Raise it up. It's getting close. I mean, I think this is your choice as you're kind of making this work. Like what is the correct intensity, but that looks pretty good. All right, some tips and tricks. If you want to deselect something, just hit the right mouse button. It's not escape. Escape doesn't do anything. Maybe escape does work. All right, cool. So that's how you make recessed cans. All right.